to another live stream. This live stream is actually requested by Albus Dominga. You requested me to do a stream slash vlog on how to get DVA 5. In vlog 13 and vlog 180, which I did about 3 days ago, I did show, like, if you can pick up, like, in the little segments within those two vlogs, vlog 13, vlog 180, I did show briefly the downloading process on how you can get DVA 5 and things like that. But DVA 5, since vlog 13 has changed in terms of it's the DVA panel as well as the indicators panel, and lots of little small technical stuff has gone behind the scenes to get DVA 5 up to its current set stage. So in this live stream, I'm just literally just going to do the exact same thing as to what I did in vlog 13. So in front of us, we've got Google, obviously Google Chrome. The reason why I would highly suggest to you to use Google Chrome is because you will need to search for that particular website in order to get to the link. Now, that website has also been updated, so there's instead of those Mac, Windows, and Linux, just those 3 links, there's a lot more. So that I'll go Linux, there's this link for computers and laptops, there's this link for mobiles and things like that, tablets. But I'm going to go through everything. So first and foremost, we are going to go into Google and we're going to type in DVA 5 download. Okay, so now that we're here, we would want to use the first link, which is DVA software page 1 Sydney Suburban Forums rail page. That's as far as you need to go in terms of scrolling through Google. So we'll go into the first link. And again, just like vlog 13, the first post is as far as you need to go, as far as you need to scroll in terms of scrolling through rail page. Alright, so we're currently sitting on version 5.5.3, which was released on the 3rd of January 2022. Now, as you can see, previously there was just 3 download links, now there's 4 download links. Obviously, the first one is for Macs, Intel, or M1. You should know which one your device is using. The second one is for Windows, 86 or 64. So there's the download link for that. The third link is for Linux, desktops, and laptops, and that's the number 3 link. And the fourth link is also for Linux, but it's for Raspberry Pi, and that's the 4th link. So now that, so obviously you're gonna have to click onto the link to download DVA 5. Next, what you have to do is you got to run the installation process, and for that I might have to stream myself doing DVA 5 installation. So alright, hang on a second, I'm gonna have to kick DVA 5 off my computer to show you guys what I am talking about. Give me a second, I'll just delete DVA 5. I know it sucks because I managed to get DVA 5 working, but for the sake of helping out you guys and giving like a step code, like the actual step by step, I am going to uninstall DVA 5 and just redo the installation process. So let me just switch over to my screen. So turn that off and turn that on. Okay, excellent. So now we go to my downloads. and I have downloaded DVA 5 on the 18th of January 2022 at 5:08 p.m. So, in terms of, well, what you need to do is you first double click on the link or on the download file. It will then on Windows. So this is for those who are using Windows. Macs, there's a completely different process. Yeah, for Macs because for Macs, because you are downloading DVA5 for the first time maybe, or if you like what I'm doing back in vlog 180 and you're trying to fix the bug, the startup process slash launch of version 5.5.3. Um, oh god, I forgot what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that because you are reinstalling a fresh version of DVA5, you obviously have to go through the same process as you would for when it's like a first time downloading. So because I deleted DVA5 from my computer, I haven't got DVA5 as of 11:11 a.m. So and I want to have DVA5 back in order to continue producing track work information for my DVA5 channel. Um, G Transport Vlogs. I know what you're talking about. Me skipping stations, but have a look at the description of those videos. That because there is a purpose as to why I did that. Nonetheless, we're going to continue on pressing on with the installation process. So we obviously want to click yes because we want to get DVA5 onto our computers. So we'll click yes. Okay, I don't know if that pops up, but never mind, I'll just continue on. There we go, we need that. So now on Windows, because I am doing this off of Windows, it will say select a destination location, and more or less sometimes the first pop-up, so right now it's popped up as disk C program files DVA5. Don't change that and just go next. So we go next. And now it says select start menu folder. Well, we don't need to worry about that because it will just install the program or the application into the DVA folder. So we'll do that. Any additional tasks should be performed? Well, yes, we wanted to make it a desktop shortcut because that way we don't have to go into disk every time we want to go into DVA5. We don't have to go into disk C, then go into program files, and then into DVA5, and having to find the icon with the label application. So obviously, yes, we want to get the desktop shortcut in order to save time and not having to go through clicking on disk C, then clicking on program files, and then clicking on things like that. That's way too many steps. Just adding that shortcut reduces all of that. So we're going to go next. And now it says ready to install. Well, yep, we want to install. So we'll start the installation process. And now we wait for the installation process to extract the files, blah, 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 update the sound library, do all that technical stuff. So we'll just wait. Remember guys, if you have literally any DVA5 queries and you require me to make a stream and to show you how to rectify issues and things like that, please let me know in the comments section of any video. I will be checking my comments daily, so I will obviously come across your queries, and obviously every query in terms of at this point in time requires a stream. So because that way you can see what I've did in order to rectify that issue. For example, the version 5.5.3, where a lot of people have been going, my DVA5 is not launching. It's done the loading screen and then it goes off. Well, I think log 180 should solve that. So nonetheless, we're going to press on. So now that it's downloaded, I'm not sure if you guys can see. Oh, yep, you can. I'm looking it up on my phone. Hi, Aussie. Um, and you can see my pop-ups. So now that the pop-up for completing the DVA setup wizard has showed up, we would want to click on Finish, and that should launch DVA 5.
DVA 5.
Okay, I'm just waiting for it to show up on my phone. Okay, and I'm just going to maximize that. Alright, now for the second part of the string in terms of vlog 13, which is a brief walkthrough of the program. Now, as you can see, compared to vlog 13, the announcements panel has changed, but mostly the most dramatic change is in the indicators panel, and I'll go through that as well. Okay, just pull up the chat. Alright, so when you guys first download DVA 5, Announcement Rail and Detrog Remix will not be there. How you can enable that is through, by going to Application and going to Enable/Disable Special Sounds. What that will do is, once you click on that, that will reboot DVA 5, so it will close your current window and then restart up. You may need to click on DVA 5 from your home screen or your home whatever, or like where you created your shortcut. You may need to do that. So obviously I've already got the special sounds, which is the announcement rail slash D-Truck remix. So obviously I'm not going to do that again, because if I do that, I'm basically getting rid of it, and I don't really want to do that. So as you can see, everything's still the same. Adelaide, Brisbane, SMU, IMU, Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth on board, Perth PIM, the new one, the original one, Perth, the Waratahs, Millennium MSET, which is like technically a guard announcement, Sydney female, replace low quality. Please don't use this one. It will sound really weird in your when you play the announcement. So please don't use that one. However, if you please by all means, please use this one, Sydney female. You can either use Sydney female or an announcement rail. They're basically the same thing. And then there's a Sydney male one. Again, please don't use that, because it's replaced by low quality, and basically some of the stations have been substituted with like so for example, like if I stand at the station and the announcement says the station Edmondson Park, that's basically it. It's basically someone has recorded that the announcement saying Edmondson Park, and that will be substituted into your announcement. That will make it sound very weird, strange, and very unbalanced. So don't use the low quality ones. And also there's the Sydney Mail one. So that's the voice library, or the sound library I like to call it. Right. And now in this panel, saved announcements. For example, just yesterday, I made this announcement.
The next train to arrive on platform 4 goes to Gordon via Linfield. First stop, Milsons Point, then North Sydney, then all stations to Chatswood, and then all stations to Gordon.
So, and if you want to like save it and then use that to make a later vlog or later DVA5 video, you can there will be these three boxes to choose from. If you want to scrap that one and make a new one, you obviously click new, which is just there. But if you want to save this announcement, I'll just play it again for the sake of loving to hear DVA5 announcements.
The next train to arrive on platform 4 goes to Gordon via Linfield. First stop, Milsons Point, then North Sydney, then all stations to Chatswood, and then all stations to Gordon.
If I want to save this announcement, I click on save, and then there'll be a pop-up called input, and then you get to choose a name for the announcement. I would normally choose like type in the name, the line, so Gordon via Linfield, would be T1, based off the weekday timetable. We're currently the Sydney train and New South Wales train is working off the weekend, but back when the weekday timetable comes back into action, whenever staff are no longer in terms of shortages, and T1 Western Line Penrith trains and returns to Gordon, then I would write T1 because it's a Western Line. Western Line's T1. Wynyard because the next stop in the announcement is Milsons Point. In Wynyard would be the station where I'm starting at, so I'll be typing T1 Wynyard to Gordon, and then you can press OK, and that will then transfer up into your saved announcements. These ones here, the first one, two, three, four, five, first six are sample, so that they come in default. And then next, I'm going to show you the indicators panel. Now, big change here. In vlog 13, these indicator style and the announcement style was like down here. Now they're up there. One thing that is different from vlog 13 is the timetables. Right as of version 5.5, I think, 0.0, they've changed it over to Transport New South Wales GTFS timetable. So that's basically whatever timetable shows up over on the reality PID screens, the data will be transferred to DVA5. So you can now select by stations. Before, whenever I made the track work information, I had to select a station myself and type manually from there. But because now that you can select it by station, you don't have to do having to do all the typing because it will come automatically. So for example, I select Sutherland, platform 1, and I transfer that over to the manual page. I'll just quickly edit this so that has the Cogra. And now I can play the announcement.
The next train to arrive on Platform 1 goes to Bondi Junction via Cogra. First stop, Genali, then all stations to Hurstville, then Cogra, Rockdale, Walleye Creek, Sydenham, Redfern, Central, Town Hall, Martin Place, King's Cross, Edgecliff, then Bondi Junction.
Okay, so as you've heard, the announcer said then, because that's what's been pre-programmed into DVA5. But if you wanted to say um, the next train to arrive on platform 1 goes to Bondi Junction via Cogra, first stop Genali, then all stations to Hurstville, then Cogra, Rockdale, Walleye Creek, Sydenham, Redfern, Central, Town Hall, and then all stations to Bondi Junction. You will have to make that yourself, and you have to do that back in the announcements panel. Otherwise, you would, if you just play it straight off from here, that's exactly what you will hear. The next one I'm going to show you is the PIDs. So previously, when you go to select a PID, you basically had to make a rough guess of what that DVA5 used to look like. With this update from as of version 5.5, I think, there's a preview of showing what the PID screen will look like. If you want to use the most up-to-date one, it will be the top two, but sometimes I like to use that one, and sometimes I like to use version 4. So I like to use version 3, 4, and 5. But like what PIDs you use, well, that's basically at your discretion. I'm not forcing you to use version 5. You can use version 1, for example, or you can use version 2, 3, 4, or 5. That's totally at your discretion. Right, so that's the PIDs done, and now the announcement style. City, so there's the announcement style. You can again, it's at your discretion to use this. But if you type your announcement back over on the announcements panel, I would use that instead because you have tuned it to reality, and so I would use that instead of this pre-programmed one because as you saw with this announcement, it did say Martin Place, King's Cross, Edgecliff, then Bondi Junction. But if you want to go off reality, as soon as the announcement says Town Hall, it'll then go to and then all stations to Bondi Junction. So in that case, you'll use your announcement that you made over on the announcements panel. That's basically all I think I've got to show you guys. Again, if you want to modify that, by all means, you can change it to where am I? Sutherland right now, aren't I? Yeah. So there's a track. Okay, I can go Horns by Cobra, and then I can just change that out to Wynyard, Nelson's Point, or Sydney, Waverton. But make sure when you're typing your station list, make sure there's a comma. If you don't put a comma, okay, I'm not really going all the way up to Hornsby, but I'll go as far as Waverton. If you and then you open up the PID screen, we'll just wait for Waverton to show up. Central, Town Hall, Wynyard, Nelson's Point. If you don't put a comma between North Sydney and Waverton, this is what's going to happen, and it will make it look very weird. So what I would do is make sure you put a comma between North Sydney and Waverton. That way, Waverton will then be slotted down to the next list, next line, and that will make it look nice and neat. I think that's all I need to cover for this live stream. Basically, just an update of Vlog 13. Vlogs to look forward to? Well, there's basically only one at this point in time, other than 9178, is on February 13th. It's a tour. I'll definitely film on my new phone. More storage, I can make longer vlogs and more of them. So stay tuned for February 13th. In terms of track work information, I'm not posting them on this channel. You will have to go to my DVA 5 channel to find them. Make sure you read the description, please, because that will explain why the stopping patterns are changed or different to what the normal stopping pattern would look like. So that's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching to this stream, and Albus Domingo, I hope that helped, maybe. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream.